Good morning, everybody. November 11th, 2025. Happy Veterans Day to all you veterans out there. Yeah. I served for 16 years. I did a little piece. So, anywho's and anyways, for all you guys that don't know, I was an M1 Abrams tank mechanic with a recovery specialist designator. I drove M88 recovery vehicles, and I played around on the tanks. But I was a mechanic for everything. I was a 63 Echo 10 Hotel 8. So, well, actually 20 Hotel 8. So anyways, here we go. It snowed a little bit more last night, a couple more inches. We got 4 to 5 inches on the ground. I do have boards that I cut yesterday. I'm going to cut more today. We're going to start putting this roof together. I know it is absolutely snowy out here, but we're going to get this done. I've got to peel back the tarp just a little bit, not much. I'm going to go and cut more logs shortly. I'm going to go down by the way I come in. I'm going to cut those logs up and maybe cut 1 or 2 down the other way. Whack-a-whack. And we're going to see what we can get done. Because some of these I've got to bring. I'll bring them in here, put them up on a couple logs and split them in half. That way I can really start going in on this roof and getting it done. The more I get done on it, and the faster I get done on it, the faster this thing gets done. So today, I brought the truck up and the battery for the four-wheeler since I left the four-wheeler up here last night. Time will tell when I get down out of here this afternoon whether or not that battery is going to work. If not, I've got enough money to go buy me another battery. Tomorrow I will not be up here unless it's later on in the day. I have some stuff to do down at the house. I've got some car parts to put on my truck. Maybe try and fix the little red car. That remains to be seen. Depends on how cold it's going to be tomorrow. Tomorrow is supposed to be in the 50s. Today is going to be high of 41. Yay. That's why I have a nice little fire in the fireplace. Gonna keep warm for a little bit today. Do some hunting. A little bit later on. Going to cut wood this morning. I want to get that done. Deer have been in the corn already. Last night after I left. Looks like it was earlier this morning because it was after all the snow was done. So we're just going and going. Got the wood going. Getting a little low on my wood from yesterday because I spent extra time up here. So I'll have to grab some from out front. No biggie. No biggie. Everybody's wondering what all this is. These are the end boards off like this that I can't use. So what I'm going to do is I'll take the axe and I'll split it up and make it kindling. Which I have all kinds of kindling in there. Paper, cardboard, whatever. To get the fire started. Plus I've got my fire starter stuff here. But I don't really need to use that. I've got to make up some more anyways. About 2 more bags worth. Other than that, everything is going good. It's a nice cool morning. It's probably in the high 20s, low 30s right now. So, but we did bring up the rifle today. The bow is still down in my truck. I'll grab that here in a little while and maybe do a little bit of bow hunting. The rifle is just up here for bear and bobcat and whatnot because I can shoot bobcat and stuff with that. There was some bobcat tracks up here this morning. No bear tracks, but bobcat. And I know the bears are hunting around for food. if I go down to this other corn pile down here, which looks like, I can't see it from here because there's a tree down in the way. Oh, there was trees down all over the place when I was coming up here. I got to move a couple when I go back down with the truck. I run over them, so I mean, it's nothing huge for my four-wheel drive truck, but I mean, they weren't maybe about that big around. They weren't that big, but they're laying across the road, and I've got to bring the four-wheeler out today, so I need to move them. Other than that, everything's going good. We got this started up. Oh, I have to run back down to my truck. Anyways, I got my coffee pot down there. It's an all aluminum coffee pot. I did forget to bring up the little stove, but once I get the coffee pot up here, I brought coffee. And I have a Camelback full of water. I have my insulated cup. I brought up enough coffee to do 3, maybe 4 pots of coffee. So I'm going to go down and get the coffee pot, and then if I can't get the four-wheeler started, then I'll go down and I'll grab my little stove and bring it up. It's just a little itty bitty like hunting stove. It's nothing huge. It's just for like boiling water or whatnot. I put the coffee pot on there and heat it all up. Or I can take the fire, shut the fire back a little bit because it is aluminum. And I can set it on the coals or near the coals, get the water hot. And then what I do is I pour the water into my insulated cup when it's hot. And then on the top part, there's a thing that holds all the coffee, and I pour the hot water over it. Once it finished dribbling and stuff, I'll pour all that back out in the cup and pour it through again to make it strong enough for me. And then I put it in my cup, a little bit of cooler water to kind of calm it down because I don't like everything hot, 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 hot. And I'll have hot coffee. I do have another coffee pot, a percolating coffee pot that Mary gave me. So we may charge that up here and see what happens. So, yeah, we're going to do a couple things today. Hopefully the battery works because I put it on the charger overnight. Should have a good charge on it. And if that's what's going on is I don't use the four-wheeler a lot. I'm going to start using it coming up here after the first of the month. So, yeah, we're going to get that done. Other than that, we got wood to cut today. I know it is cold. It has been snowing again. Everything is pretty well frozen. As you can see, we got icicles. So, yeah. Haven't fired up the saw yet. It's sitting right there where I left it last night, plus the gas and the Earl. So, we'll fire that up here in a minute and get it all running and take the crate and the saw down and start cutting up some of this wood. Getting the boards in here, and then I've got a couple little ones down the other end that I'm going to go ahead and start splitting up. Now some of these boards I can, if they're about 9 inches across, I'll split them 3 times and make 3 boards out of them. And so I'm going to take some of these down. In here I'm just going to unscrew them and get over to where I could reach over here and put my little middle boards in. Then I'll put one back on, put a middle board on, put one back on, middle board, put one back on, middle board, and just do it that way. That way I'm not crawling up on the roof and going downhill if I slide off. That would hurt. I would end up probably breaking something. So we're not going to be crawling on the roof. This side over here, I've only got 3 boards up, and I can bring the ladder in here, stand up on it, and reach far enough to where I can get some boards down in there. Plus, I have not, I run out of battery power the other day. This log and this log, I don't have anything screwed to it on the last 2 boards. So I've got to do that, and I've got one out here. Maybe you can see it. It's the second one. I got to screw that board down onto it, raise that thing, the little end up. So that shouldn't be too damn hard, or suck the board down. One of the two. It don't matter. I'll probably end up sucking the board down because everything is nice and frozen. So anyways, and I'm keeping the door closed, keep the breeze out of here. And it actually keeps it warmer in here. In fact, I can feel the heat from here. I mean, I'm standing not too far away, but I could feel the heat rising in here. Throw a couple more little pieces of log on there. Really get this thing going. Throw a bunch in the back. Get the back really, really going. And let's see if I can get a ton of this really roaring and whatnot. We'll have fun then, because then we'll have all kinds of coals and whatnot to work with. Yeah, see, I just loaded her down, and like I said, I need to bring in some more firewood anyways, so raise that up, push that all back in there, put that one there, and we should be good. I'll put this up, spread the coals out a little bit with my little trusty dusty little bent spike that I've got as a fire poker. Come on, get over there. Get up in there. There we go. There. Now get the fire really, really going. Now, once all this wood gets going, it's gonna be handy dandy, really hot. So, caprock's not quite hot enough. It's warm, but I got my gloves up here that I'm gonna go cut wood with to warm up. I'll stick them right there, and when that caprock gets rather hot, yeah, it's starting. It's a nice warm fire. So anyways, see if I can get up. 61 years old, man. It's like trying to get up off a floor is a major accomplishment. So, yeah. And let's see, what else we gonna do? Don't know. But I gotta find me a big pot. And the reason being is I'm going to warm up water in here. That way when I dig dirt to make mud, I could put nice warm water, not hot, but warm in there. And my paws won't freeze so damn much. And I'm thinking about when I go get all this chinking to make it last a lot longer, I'm going to bring up a concrete trowel, make up some thick mud, and start chinking these walls with mud. I think it would go faster. I just have to haul water up here, which is nothing. I can go 2 to 4 gallons a day. I'm just going to use this little purple jug, which holds about 3. I got another one down at the house. I'll just rinse that out and bring that up. And my 5-gallon can there is about half full, but I can keep filling that. I'll fill that up, use the rest for bud, then I'll take them back down, fill them up, bring them back up, and just continue on with the mud. I'm gonna go to like a little dollar store or something and buy a big pot, or like get one out of, I don't know, Goodwill, or find somebody. Well, nobody's having yard sales anymore, but out of Goodwill I can find a pretty good sized pot for a couple bucks. And it would be nice to have warm water up here to do the dishes when I do that, instead of bringing paper plates. I'd rather have, they don't have to be great dishes. They don't even have to match, and bring up like a crappy little set of silverware. And yeah, and I've got some cast iron skillets and stuff that I can bring. Yeah, so in fact I've got one in my truck. It's pretty good size. And what I could do is, when I'm making my fire in my fireplace, I can drag coals forward and cook on that. So yeah, we are just having a snazzy little time up here today. Doing a little bit of hunting, do some cutting some boards. Hopefully I can get about 3 or 4 logs done today. Now I may not put the boards up today, because I want to let this snow either melt off or I can brush it off, because I don't want to suck down these boards with any kind of snow or moisture in between them. Doesn't really matter. I mean, might drip for a minute or 2, but that's it. So anyway, but we have a ton of snow. In fact, I got the broom right here. Let's knock some snow off the roof. Wow. There's a lot of snow. A lot of snow. Lot of snow. I got to do the same thing to my tent. There's a lot of snow up here. Hey, just doing that made it even brighter in here. See, look. Watch this. Boy, that's a lot of snow. Thank God I'm going to have boards up here to carry all that weight down. Phew. Hey, that's good. It lightened it up quite a bit in here. Yay. See? But I mean, I just knocked off 8 tons of snow. Let's go out here and look. Little pile of snow here. Yeah, look at all the icicles. This is gonna look so cool when I get it done. Oh yeah. And start making up all this mud and mix the chinking in with it, the moss, and chink with that, and it'll give it some extra warmth. It's like adding a couple layers of fiberglass insulation. So the mud will keep it wind tight. The moss will give it a little bit of like strength, like making it like a brick. So yeah. Oh, that was good. Knocked off all the snow off the top, and it got all over my gloves. They're drying off on this caprock. Okay, knock that crap off. But anyways, got a nice fire going. Caprock should be warming up. It is. So anyways, I'm just kind of warming up before I fire the saw up and go down and cut some trees. Well, logs into lumber. And that way I can start putting this together. I did bring up the drill today. I remember bringing that up. And so we're going to work on the roof, hopefully, and start getting the middle boards put in. And then it'll go actually a little bit faster. I'll just have to double cut boards and whatever. But then I know exactly how many more I need when I get to the end. That way I'm not cutting extra logs, but I am going to cut more boards like for this. And either I can cut new ones that are thicker, like instead of 1 inch thick, go 2 inches thick and make them longer. And when I take these off of here, I can actually put in a middle board to stabilize it out. That ought to be a good idea. So, and then I could actually put those back on there, and add, I can do that. But it would just be easier just to put on thicker 6-footers, 6.5 footers. Bring them in, make them 8 foot long, and then cut off what I don't want. So, yeah, we can do this. Do anything we want. So anyways, I'm going to get going. See ya.